To the storytelling series at the Blue Summit. I'm Vic Langford, I'm your MC today, and I want to welcome you back. And this time, we have some new guests for you. Are you excited to be here again?
Yeah!
Yes, indeed. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a Q&A with our special guest. And I'm going to introduce you to our guest, okay? As you know, here at the Blue Summit is a place that was created by artist Yala Ford to have an experience where people could come and interface and engage with artwork. And so this is an 85-foot tunnel by 20 feet wide by 10 feet high. And so what happens here is usually this is a passageway between Central Avenue and Fergs and those that are traversing from the other side to the Ray Stadium. How many of you have been to the Ray Stadium? That's it. That's good. That's excellent. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tell stories. So what we have is we have Sandra Gaskin. Sandra Gaskin is a software developer and a journalist and a Hall of Famer. And she's going to talk a little bit about that again. We also have Bob Brancic. Bob Brancic is an internationally recognized, nationally recognized artist. And he has a couple of pieces of his work. He's going to share that with you today. In addition to that, we have District 4 Councilwoman Darden Rice from the City Council of St. Petersburg. And on the end we have Nikki Gaskin-Capehart, who is the Director of Urban Affairs for the City of St. Petersburg. And lastly, we have St. Petersburg Police Chief Anthony Holloway. So ladies and gentlemen, give them all a round of applause. I'm going to introduce you to Yala Ford, the artist here. And Yala is also an internationally recognized artist who does installations and murals, and she's also an art professor, and she also likes to do storytelling and engage young people. And so that's why it's important that she's here. She's going to host this experience today. And what's special in addition to today is we're doing this during the month of February. Now, who can tell me what happens in February? Young lady.
Black History Month.
Black History Month. And that is a very special month in America where we celebrate and we acknowledge and recognize the contributions of African Americans to our society. So today, let's give one more round of applause to the third storytelling series at the Blue Summit.
We're going to jump right into these questions that these kids have worked so hard and poured their heart into, and they're ready to start asking their questions. Miss Maya?
Hi, my name is Maya, and I have a question for Mr. Holloway. Mr. Holloway, what are your responsibilities as police?
That's what I get for being late, huh? Well, thank you very much for that question. My responsibility is very simple, to make sure that everyone in the community stays safe, and also make sure they also go home each and every night. But by us working together, we can make sure we get rid of those bad people there in our community. There's a small number. Again, our biggest job is to make sure that you're safe every day.
Hi, my name is Sherelle, and I have a question for Miss Nikki. What is a Director of Urban Arts?
So my position is called Director of Urban Affairs for the City of St. Petersburg, and I'm excited to be able to perform in that capacity because a lot of what I do every day helps to have an impact on your life, especially as young people. So I'm excited to be able to talk to young people throughout our city about job creation as you get older, education, arts, cultural arts, entrepreneurship. So just about everything that you can think of that would touch your life as you continue to grow and mature as young people. So I'm very excited to work on behalf of the city of St. Petersburg in the mayor's office, to work with good, nice young people like yourselves to do exciting and amazing things with your lives. So that's what I do on a daily basis as Director of Urban Affairs.
Yes, I do. And I had a very special studio until recently. Do any of you know where Maine is? Way, way up north. And I had a studio up there on a little island. And it had a Japanese pagoda, and it also had an 8-sided Mennonite barn. It looked like quite amazing. But I liked St. Pete so much that I moved down here, and I now have a studio in one of the oldest buildings in St. Petersburg. Do any of you know who Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig are?
Yeah.
Well, this is the building that they lived in during spring training. So I am very much doing my art surrounded by the history of this wonderful city.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mariah. I have a question for Ms. Sandra. How did you transition from a basketball player to a performer?
Okay, just knock the question out of the ball. One of the things I disliked about being a student athlete, and I did dislike it, because I questioned everything, was people saw you only as a dumb athlete. That's what they thought, even though you worked hard in school. And so while I was in school, I was one of those people who would meet with other people who had nothing to do with sports, who could care less about basketball. And I became extremely curious and involved with a whole lot of things going around the campus. And when I did that, I found that my calling was lending voice to the voiceless. There are a lot of people who are from underrepresented groups, even on college campuses. And a lot of times, you would shine the light, you would show popularity, you would shine the light on things that would be the voice. So it just was a nice fit. So it was a great question.
People don't know that, but I have to tell you, one of the most important things that I'm working on right now, as I mentioned earlier, is around youth. And I'm excited to be working on opportunities to increase opportunities for our youth for summer employment, and particularly for some of the youth that Chief and I have been working on around in decreasing gun violence with our youth. So we're really excited about some new initiatives that will allow you to be safe, much more safe in your environment, and then work on some of the ones who are having challenges to be as good as you are. So we want to be able to help them as well, because you're making great choices in your life, and we want others to do the same. So that's one of the things that I'm most excited to be working on right now. Thank you, Miss Andrea.
My name is Jen, and I have a question for Ms. Wright. How did you come up with saving money?
Who planted you? That's a great question. And it's a smart question because it really goes to the heart of what one of the main roles of a city council member is, and it's to pass a budget and to make sure that we're using tax dollar money as wisely as possible. So one of the things that we look for is just eliminating waste and duplication, and making sure that when we're focused on doing things, that we're focused on getting the best results, that we're focused on the goals of what it takes to make our city run the best way possible, and learn from mistakes and try new things. But I hope that was a good answer to the question. I want to go on record for saying we're not going to cut the police budget. Thank you.
My name is Dejine Carter, and Mr. Bott, what does your art mean?
Well, it means, I guess I can only say what it means to me. It was always a source of making me happy, when I was a young boy, I had a lot of challenges in my life, so I spent a lot of time alone, and most of it was drawing. And now I'm almost 66 years old, and I'm still drawing, and when I draw and when I paint, I feel as young as you do.
Hi, my name is Nicole, and I have a question for Miss Sandra. Who inspired you to play basketball?
I don't know if it was inspiration. I didn't have like a favorite basketball star or anything like this. I just had a growth spurt. And everybody in the school said, "Why are you playing volleyball? You should be playing basketball." And I just got tired of hearing it. So I said, okay, well, I guess I'll give this basketball thing a try. And when I was coming out of high school, I was all city, and every school in South Carolina and North Carolina was recruiting me. So it happened. I just grew up with it. It's that tall. That's it. Sorry.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Faith, and I would like to ask Chief Holloway a question. What is your favorite part of your job?
Man, you should bring these kids on for a presidential debate. I think they'll have a hard time. The favorite part of my job is to make sure, like I said earlier, that you're safe. You know, when I go home every night and I see that everybody, no one got hurt in the city of St. Petersburg, and none also got hurt, that's my favorite part, making sure everyone's safe. The third part, can't tell you the paperwork, there's a lot of paperwork. So that's my least favorite, but the biggest is being able to get out in the community and work with people.
Thank you for your service.
Hi, my name is Devontae, and I have a question for Miss Nikki. How long have you been in this position, and how long do you want to stay?
That's another good one. Well, I've only been in this position for 2 years, but I've been in this industry, if you will, for several years. I won't say how many. I'm getting up there. But I am excited to do what I do, and of course, we'd love to have another 6 years of it. But I'm really excited to be doing this work, and I wouldn't do anything else. It's definitely my purpose to serve, and so I love what I do. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cedric. I have a question for Ms. Darden. Do you want to be president after Hillary Clinton?
Wow.
Why not? What's so exciting is that we live in a world where there's more different types of people stepping up to leadership on all levels of government, whether it's President Obama or maybe who will be our next woman president. But there's no shortage of opportunities for all of us who want to get more involved with our community, whether it's getting elected or some other role that we have. But you'll be of age to vote by then, and I'm going to recruit you as my campaign manager. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joyce, and I have a question for Mr. Rollins. Can you tell us about the artwork you brought today?
Yes, is it appropriate for me to show something?
Would love that. Probably talk louder.
Yes, I can. Yes, would you? Yes, actually. We'll start with this one. When I come down here from up north, it's always cold and dark, and when I come to St. Petersburg, everything is bright and light, and there's palm trees everywhere. So, this is called a little book I did on St. Pete. And that I have about this beautiful city. Palm trees everywhere, light everywhere. And the city of St. Petersburg a number of years ago sent these to Japan, to our sister city. A feeling of what it might be like. Now, do any of you know what global warming is? And I think about it, and I'm not a scientist, but I have feelings about it. So these are my feelings about global warming. And then, any of you know what the Hubble telescope is?
I don't think I've gotten easy questions. Get involved at school. It's the best place to start getting involved with just everything around you, like what you want to do to, I don't know, things that you want in your cafeteria, in your schoolroom. Talk to your friends. You know, what's great and what you learn is that there's so much that we care about, that we love to make our community and things around us better. And we can get really busy just staying by ourselves and working on it all alone. But we get so much more done when we work together with more people. And school is a great opportunity to get involved with student government, kind of learn how that works. And then look for the opportunities like this just to work in the community and feel comfortable speaking. And yeah, look at what's in your heart, what you care about, how you want to change your city, change your state, change your country, because we're counting on you. You're our future. I'm doing my best to try to make the best decisions to think about our future generations, but it's going to be up to you too, and we're going to need you, and I'm so glad that you're interested. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kimari. I have a question for Mr. Bob. How did you start making books?
How did I start making books? Well, I always loved to read books. I was a very quiet child, and I spent most of the time when I was your age reading books, so it was a very natural thing. Also, I'm Jewish, which is the precursor to the Christian, and Jewish people are called people of the book, because we love words so very much, so it was just a very natural thing for me.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I have the last question from Ms. Sandra. How was basketball a metaphor for life?
I need to look that up. Wow. Well, good question, first of all. Well, for me personally, I chose to attend an HBCU. I could have gone anywhere, but I chose to go to an HBCU after attending a college prep school, high school. And so I went from a school that was all about academics, very, very small, intensive, and predominantly white school, to going to a totally, the only white kids at my college were the kids in the nursing program, okay? And so for me personally, that was culture shock, because that was very, very different from what I grew up in. I also saw the other side. I had to deal with issues I didn't have to deal with at my white school, my white high school that was protected in the heart of downtown Charleston. And you get to see how people who are different and marginalized have to deal and navigate life. And when you see it for the first time, it's hard to pinpoint what it is. And I was fortunate by being in an HBCU bubble. There are people there who go beyond. They go beyond just being your professor. They advise you on life, and they prepare you for the real world that's out there, outside of the campus gates. They really, really do, because they teach you that life ain't fair. And we saw that on the basketball court. my freshman year, my team won the national championship, which is how I wound up in the Hall of Fame. And we went on a 32-game winning streak. And I was in the starting lineup, which doesn't happen when your team is good and you're a freshman. And so you learn about adversity. And you also learn, you always, when your team has to struggle, when you're so much better than the team you're facing, it's easy to say, those cheating referees, but you also get to see the lens by which they view the game. And basketball teaches you that. Not just basketball, all of sports. Just Sunday, we saw how the world, here in the United States, we tend to
over there for everybody